Located in the southeastern France, Marseille has evolved over the course of its 2,500 years history to become France's second largest city with a metropolitan population exceeding 1.2 million people. As the leading commercial port of the Mediterranean, the city's economy is anchored by trade. Even with its rich history that dates back to the days of the ancient Greece, the heart of the city is Viewport, where visitors go to glimpse the bustling activity along streets such as La Canebière. Nestled between the sea and hills, Marseille is a surprising and enthusiastic city. The oldest city in France combines the richness of its unique heritage with a vibrant cultural life in one exceptional site. To this, Marseille starting in the small fishing village of the Calais-Longe, to the north of Marseille, beyond the low Garlaban and the tall mountain range. To the west of the Marseille is the former artist colony of L'Estanque. Further west are the Côte Bleue, the Gulf of the Lion, and the Camargue region in the Rhone Delta. The airport is northwest of the city at Marinette or Le Tend-de-Ber. The city lies on a stretch of 57 kilometers along the Mediterranean, and about half of the communal area is undeveloped natural territory. Two large forts flank the entrance to the old port: Fort Saint-Nicolas on the south side and Fort Saint-Jean on the north. Further out in the Bay of Marseille is the Frioul archipelago, which comprises 4 islands, one of which is the location of Château d'If, made famous by the Dumas novel The Count of Monte Cristo. Marseille has a Mediterranean climate with mild, humid winters and warm to hot, mostly dry summers. The mean annual temperature in January is 7 degrees Celsius, and in July it is 23 degrees Celsius. Marseille is known for the Mistral, a harsh cold wind originating in the Alps. Less frequent is the Sirocco, a hot sun-bearing wind coming from the Sahara Desert. What can you do in Marseille? You can do everything. Discover the city's nightlife. Most of Marseille clubs stay open until the wee morning hours, and music lovers can enjoy live music in genres that range from classical to jazz and rock. Le Bell offers live music for jazz lovers, presenting established jazz performers as well as new talent. Marseille's municipal opera dates from the French Revolution and today hosts performances of classic works such as La Bohème and Romeo and Juliet. Explore Marseille's museums. Marseille has more than 20 museums. The most important are Musée Cantini, inset between a 7th century manor, presenting modern art exhibits and galleries of vintage ceramics. The museum has hosted rotating exhibitions showcasing the works of new talents making their marks in the contemporary art world. Marseille Museums of Natural History hosts a collection of dinosaurs remains among its artifacts and displays fossilized skeletal remains and a cloud of ash from Mont Saint-Victor. Relax on the beach. Marseille offers numerous bus routes to its local beaches. From smooth and wild sands can be grey and rocky, the water on Marseille's beaches is clear and clean. The Prado Seaside Park is a park and a skateboard recreation area alongside the beach that erects a small stadium on the beach every summer for professional beach sports. Visit historic monuments. François I originally commissioned the Château d'If in the 6th century as a fortress to defend Marseille harbor against invaders. French authorities later converted the chateau into a prison, and one of its prisoners, José Custodia Faria, provided Alexandre Dumas with the inspiration for the Count of Monte Cristo. The gastronomy is very important too. Marseille offers excellent cuisine based mainly on seafood and fish. The most representative dish is the bouillabaisse, offered in the restaurant Le Miramar, and is a culinary masterpiece. Other top sites and appealing tourist attractions around Marseille include its numerous parks and gardens, of which the Parc Borrelli, the Jardin du Palais, and the Jardin Pierre Puget stand out. Marseille, Marseille. I learned a lot about you. I learned to appreciate the culture and history of a city because this is the main reason that Marseille became a major port of Europe, contributing to the growth of France. Marseille is very important to France because it's a culturally interesting city with a great variety and quality of museums, old buildings and parks. It's for this reason that the city was chosen as Europe's cultural city. For the beauty of its landscape and history, this city deserves to save some money and take the first plane to visit or maybe live there.